It's Friday, August 7th. In the headlines in local news, nation's leaders urge Jamaicans to build a stronger future. In business news, VM Investments offers investors an expanded offer. Regionally, Grenada in negotiations with the United States. And in sports, Jamaica wins World Under-20 Championship medals with sprint silver double. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Brittany Clark. As Jamaica celebrates its 64th anniversary of independence, the nation's leaders are calling on citizens to honor the country's achievements while working together to build a stronger and more resilient future. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, and Opposition Leader Mark Golding each used their Independence Day messages to highlight the importance of unity, resilience, and national development.
Our history has never been easy. We have endured disasters, both natural and man-made, yet the Jamaican people have never surrendered to circumstance. We work, we rebuild, we protect our families, we lift our communities, and we rise again. Now that spirit has been tested once more by Hurricane Melissa. Homes, schools, roads, bridges, water systems, farms, and businesses were damaged across the country. But even in the most difficult hours, we saw the true character of Jamaica. Neighbors helping neighbors, public servants working beyond the call of duty, members of the security forces restoring access and order, churches and voluntary organizations providing relief, and Jamaicans at home and abroad giving generously.
Governor General Sir Patrick Allen said this year's independence theme reflects the determination of Jamaicans to overcome adversity through compassion and unity.
Today, we celebrate that achievement under the theme, United in Celebrating Resilience, which measures the strength of our nation and our determination to overcome. That spirit has been evident throughout our history, and more recently, in the recovery from Hurricane Melissa. The Jamaican government that led the charge, businesses, families, communities, emergency workers, and friends from across the world continue the tireless task of rebuilding our nation. Such acts of kindness remind us that resilience grows stronger when compassion and unity walk hand in hand.
Opposition leader Mark Golding said independence should also inspire Jamaicans to continue building a society founded on opportunity, accountability, and national unity.
It requires a shared commitment to the pursuit of the common good and the deliberate and authentic embrace of unity as the balm for achieving our national goals. And perhaps most of all, it requires a strategy of national development that is firmly anchored in these principles. That is the Jamaica we should strive to build. And the work to build it is a shared responsibility of all of us. Government, opposition, the business sector, trade unions, churches, civil society, and families all have a responsibility to ensure that our nation achieves this holistic vision of independence.
The national leaders also encouraged the Jamaicans at home and across the diaspora to honor the sacrifices of those who secured the nation's freedom by working together to create a stronger, more prosperous Jamaica for generations to come. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says Jamaica is embarking on its most ambitious reconstruction effort since gaining independence, following the widespread destruction caused by Hurricane Melissa. He says the initiative, led by the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA, is aimed not only at restoring what was lost, but also creating a stronger, more resilient Jamaica better prepared for future challenges.
Speaking in his Independence Day message, Dr. Holness said NARA will lead the coordination, financing, and implementation of Jamaica's reconstruction program while ensuring accountability, proper standards, and the protection of public funds.
Through the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA, we are creating the capacity to coordinate, finance, and deliver reconstruction at the scale not seen since independence. NARA will be an instrument of disciplined national action. It will cut through fragmentation. It will prepare sound projects. It will enforce standards, and it will protect the public purse. And it will ensure that works are completed properly, efficiently, and transparently.
Prime Minister Holness explained that Jamaica's reconstruction will focus on building stronger infrastructure, reducing vulnerability, and creating greater opportunities for communities across the country.
Infrastructure is national destiny. The roads we build determine which communities can grow. The water systems we construct determine where families can live and businesses can invest. The schools, hospitals, ports, digital networks, the energy system we develop determine whether our people can compete and prosper. Infrastructure connects the farmer to the market, the student to opportunity, the worker to employment, and the entrepreneur to the world. This reconstruction effort is guided by a national vision to reduce vulnerability, to open new areas for development, to strengthen rural Jamaica, to renew our towns and cities, and to build on the strong foundation we have already laid for sustained economic growth.
Dr. Holness also warned against waste, corruption, and delays, saying accountability will be essential as billions of dollars are invested in rebuilding the country.
Every dollar wasted is a road not repaired, a classroom not built, a water system left vulnerable. Every act of corruption steals from the Jamaican people. Every delay caused by indiscipline postpones the future we are building. We must therefore demand high standards from the government, from contractors, institutions, and from ourselves. As independent people, we must have the confidence to undertake great things. We must reject the idea that Jamaica is too small, too divided, or too constrained to transform ourselves.
The Prime Minister reiterated the reconstruction program represents an opportunity to modernize Jamaica and create a stronger foundation for future generations. Reporting for the news on PBCJ, I am Danita Rodney.
140 Jamaicans will be honored for their outstanding contributions to national development after being named recipients of the 2026 National Honors and Awards. Leading this year's list are Bank of Jamaica Governor Richard Biles, Minister Darrell Vaz, Donnet Chinloy Chang, Maxine Henry Wilson, Derek Smith, Diana Stewart, and Christopher Zaka, who have all been appointed to the Order of Jamaica. 25 people will receive the Order of Distinction in the rank of Commander, including Ambassador Alison Stone Roof, Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis, and Director of Public Prosecutions Claudette Thompson. Another 41 Jamaicans have been named to receive the Order of Distinction in the rank of Officer. Among them are journalist Curling Brown, meteorologist Evan Thompson, and entertainer Mr. Vegas. Ska legend Stranger Cole will be honored posthumously. For many of us, our smartphones are never far from reach, and there's always one app we open more than any other. But what makes it so popular? Chanel Matthews hit the streets to hear from Jamaicans about their most used app and the reason it stays top of their list.
Hi, I'm Chanel Matthews and this is Unfiltered. Whether it's for communication, entertainment, education, or work, mobile apps play a major role in our daily lives. What's your most used app and why?
WhatsApp, because I have to communicate with my friends. I'm a university student, so I have to be corresponding a lot in the many WhatsApp groups that is going on to keep informed. So yes, WhatsApp.
My most used app is TikTok because
even get my news from, because I don't watch TV like that. Because, like the younger generation, with them rather TikTok and everything. So yeah, I'm get entertainment from it as well. So I'm rather.
TikTok is my most used app because it is more like an entertainment app where you go and sit and have fun and laugh at. TikTok is where you go and you can also become an influencer on it and just have fun.
My mostly used app is TikTok, and why it educate me, and it also captivate my mind. It help me to take my mind off day-to-day stress. Mostly I use it for entertainment and for spiritual growth, and also for health-wise. For instance, if I want to know what type of herbal tea to drink to reduce weight, or to cut on the ball, or to reduce anything in my body, I will normally use TikTok for day-to-day use and, to build my spiritual growth.
TikTok, you don't know. If on a TikTok, people can't see the business because you don't know we sell. And we in a road said you can run taxi same way, though.
My most used app is TikTok and ChatGPT because I'm an educator, so I use it to assist me in writing my lesson plan and to see the latest updates, what is going on in society.
Right now, my most used app would be probably Instagram because most of my friends on it, so I keep in contact with past, schoolmates and so forth. So yeah, Instagram right now.
Well, I'm on Facebook from day one, and now my son them download TikTok. It does, I find it entertaining and just kill time. Yes, get a laugh now and then.
My most used app is Google Classroom, and it's Google Classroom because I love to do maths, and my teacher sends a lot of math equations, and there's also learning games.
Everybody use TikTok. I love TikTok because I love to see new things, to have new ideas, see new people, hear new things all over the world. So that's why I use TikTok, and to meet people also.
I'd say TikTok is very entertaining for one, and something that, when I'm actually, boring or probably sad, it kind of gives me a more ease to say, get a better sleep or whatever. So I feel like, it's very calming, and it's very peaceful, and, a lot of drama, so you can't live for that.
Time now for the business report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the development shaping markets, capital access, and business decision making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. Victoria Mutual Investments has increased the size of its latest public bond offer after the issue attracted strong demand from investors. The company says applications totaled approximately 4.8 billion Jamaican dollars, making the offer 20% oversubscribed. As a result, Victoria Mutual Investments exercised its option to increase the size of the offer from the original 4 billion to 4.8 billion, allowing all successful applicants to receive the full amount they applied for. The company says investors in both tranches who submitted completed applications by the July 17 deadline will receive 100% of their subscriptions. The 25-month Tranche A raised approximately $2.71 billion, while the 43-month Tranche B attracted about $2.08 billion. Successful applications will receive confirmation of their allotments through their brokers. For the trading period of August 5, 2026, the most actively traded securities were Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited with 11,057,816 units, representing 27.83% of market sales. Wigton Energy Limited with 6,579,541 units, representing 16.56% of market sales. Woodcats International Limited shares with 5,195,217 units representing 13.08% of market sales. Investor activity remained concentrated in distribution and transportation plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market based on Bank of Jamaica data for August 5, 2026, Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. For the US dollar, trading margins reflected steady liquidity, with the US selling at $159.48 and buying at $157.90. Moderate gains from the Canadian dollar supported a 36-cent transaction spread. The Canadian dollar sold for $114.09 and was bought for $113.73. For the British pound, continued volatility offered short-term trading opportunities of $1.61 in profits for the banks. The British pound sold for $214.91 and was bought for $213.30. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt servicing, or overseas exposure. For our credit report tip of the day, if we want more entrepreneurs, we need to start talking about credit. Every year, thousands of professionals dream of leaving their jobs to start a business. Many have the skills, the experience, and the vision. What they often lack is financial readiness. A business idea may create opportunity, but a strong credit profile can create access. Access to financing, access to equipment, access to working capital, access to growth. Too often we treat credit as a consumer issue instead of an entrepreneurial one. Imagine if employers, HR leaders, financial institutions, and business support organizations viewed credit education as part of entrepreneurship development. Employees would be better prepared to transition into business ownership, and more startups would begin with a stronger financial foundation. In our Funded and Focused feature, entrepreneurs often ask, how do I make my business stand out to lenders? A few years ago, having a great idea was enough to start the conversation. Today, AI has changed the playing field. Anyone can create a business plan, marketing strategy, or financial forecast with a few prompts. The real differentiator isn't how polished your documents look. It's how prepared you are to run the business behind them. Your financial records, customer traction, cash flow, leadership, and ability to execute are what inspire confidence. AI can help you build a presentation. Only you can build the business. That's the difference between looking investment ready and being investment ready. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.
In regional news, Grenada's Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell says his government is engaging United States officials after being notified that Washington is considering closing its diplomatic outpost in the country. The possible closure is reportedly part of a wider cost-cutting exercise by the U.S. administration. The details from GBN News.
Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell confirmed that he has been formally notified by the United States Embassy in Bridgetown that the U.S. is considering closing its diplomatic outpost in Grenada. Speaking with GBN following Wednesday's post-cabinet briefing, he said the closure, a cost-cutting measure, has been on the cards since the new U.S. administration took office. Mitchell said government is engaging its American counterparts with the hope that the embassy will remain open.
We are remaining in touch with our counterparts in the United States. I think from our profiles, we probably prefer to not see it happen, particularly because we have a significant American presence, American citizens on the island, and particularly when it comes to consular services. Obviously, it's a lot more convenient for them to be here rather than in Barbados. But obviously, those are not decisions that we can make. We will do our best to see how we can influence it.
He explained that the matter is still under consideration, adding that the public will be notified when the U.S. reaches a decision. Should the embassy be closed, Mitchell said the government will seek to assist in the transition to support Grenadians and American citizens in the country. The Prime Minister also said that the government has been in talks with the United States regarding its visa bonds. The visa bond program was made permanent this week, with the maximum bond raised to $20,000 as part of measures to reduce illegal migration to the United States. Mitchell acknowledged that the measure poses challenges to Grenadians visiting the U.S. for medical care or tourism. He revealed that he recently wrote to the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, seeking the reconsideration of the measure.
I wrote to the Secretary of State myself, requesting that this is to be reviewed and reconsidered. We believe Grenada has a very strong case for demonstrating that our citizens who travel to the United States are generally in compliance with U.S. immigration law. We believe, I stand corrected, but I think the latest stats we saw in terms of any potential overstay of persons who have B1 and B2 is 1.77%. I mean, less than 2%, which is virtually negligible. But we do recognize that at the end of the day, as I said, immigration policy is obviously for the U.S. government, and they've articulated the significant challenges they've had with illegal immigration.
The Prime Minister also revealed that the Office of the Attorney General and the U.S. State Department have been negotiating a third country migrant agreement following the signing of a non-binding Memorandum of Understanding. The MOU was circulated in January, outlining broad parameters for both parties. The Attorney General is expected to provide further details on the status of any legally binding agreement at a later date. Deidre Seeley, GBN News.
Guyana's Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Anil Nandal, is defending the government's decision to use a competitive open tender process for the salvage of the sunken MV Barima, arguing that directly appointing a contractor could have raised concerns about transparency and corruption. The move comes after it was disclosed that the operation could cost taxpayers between US $8 million and US $10 million. HGP News' Javoni Vickery reports.
Salvaging the sunken MV Barima could cost taxpayers millions of US dollars, Attorney General Anil Nandalal has disclosed as he defended the government's decision to use an open tender rather than appoint a contractor directly. Speaking on his weekly program Issues in the News, Nandalal said the government agreed to recover the vessel after families affected demanded the vessel to be salvaged. He claimed that some relatives had initially asked that the wreck not be disturbed, but later changed their position and said they wanted it recovered. The government then agreed to proceed with the salvage, he said.
It will cost somewhere between 8 to 10 million US dollars. A tender is out to salvage the boat. So you would have thought that the opposition got what they wanted.
The Attorney General defended the decision to invite competitive bids, arguing that selecting a company directly would expose the administration to allegations of favoritism or a cover-up.
If the government had gone and chosen some company to do the job, they would have said that the government is handpicking some family or friend.
Nandalal accused opposition parties of shifting their criticism after the government accepted calls to recover the vessel. He argued that they had first alleged the wreck would be left on the seabed to conceal evidence and then criticized the procurement timetable once the salvage process was announced.
They are concerned about milking this tragedy as much as they can to make as much political gains that they can make from this horrendous human tragedy.
The Attorney General also criticized opposition politicians of supporting the 3 men charged with murder over the disaster. Nandalal contended that representing the accused while advocating victims could create a conflict of interest. This is his legal opinion and political interpretation. No court has made such a finding. Javon Vickery, HGP Nightly News.
In sports, we are on track with athletics. Jamaica claimed its first medals at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Eugene, Oregon, as Gary Card and Shanoya Douglas secured silver in the men's and women's 100 meters on Thursday. The medals moved Jamaica into 9th place on the championship's medal table. Card finished second in the men's final in 10.05 seconds after being overtaken by American Tate Taylor, who won in a personal best of 9.94 seconds. South Africa's Marco Ferreira took bronze in the 10.16 seconds. Douglas also earned silver in the women's 100 meters, clocking 11.17 seconds behind American Mia Maxwell, who won in 11.14 seconds. Maxwell's victory ended a 4th championship winning streak for Jamaica in the women's under-20 100 meters. Trinidad and Tobago's athletes have returned home from the Commonwealth Games. Although they were tired, they shared a general feeling of hope for what lies ahead. That was the mood on Thursday afternoon as Trinidad and Tobago's athletes arrived home from Scotland.
Some of the athletes who recently competed at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland, returned home on Tuesday afternoon, greeted by their loved ones and the media waiting for some reactions. TNT finished with 7 medals, 3 silver and 4 bronze, including a cycling bronze in the men's team sprint, with Zion Polido, Jasane Phillip and Nicholas Paul. The guys spoke briefly at their arrival at Piaco.
It was a great feeling for me, knowing that it's my first Commonwealth game and being able to come back with a medal. I mean, seeing all the hard work have been paying off. And well, it's just to reset and head back out again for Worlds.
I was able to go out there and break our national sea level record. You know, it's a great performance by the team. It's a team that, you know, we've definitely been working hard and we definitely wanted to go out there and put our best foot forward. Our next race, I would say, would be World Championships in October, which will be the beginning of our Olympic qualifications. We're going to start back training next week and just basically put our head down and try to make another historic feat for Trinidad and Tobago, which would be qualifying this team sprint team to the Los Angeles Olympics.
This is the team moving forward with the best team that qualified for the Olympics. And it will be the first time in a long time that we actually qualify more than one athlete for the Olympics through the team sprint. And it will be the first time we actually qualify a team sprint for the Olympics. So this is our goal from now until.
Little rest for the team with the UCI World Track Championships next in October in China. Wayne Cunningham, TTT Sports.
Also returning from the Commonwealth Games was the TNT netball team, which fielded one of the youngest teams at the Games, with the exception of a few veterans. Despite not winning a game, the captain said it was good exposure for the future crop of TNT players.
Leave here with a young team. I would like to say that I'm happy that they got to experience what hard netball is. And on the world stage, they are the future netballers. And well, for myself, I'm on my way out. So in a couple years, when they got the next opportunity to take the world stage, they will be better prepared.
And that's the news on PBCJ. As we continue to celebrate Jamaica's resilience and unity, we thank you for joining us. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms at PBCJamaica, because we are the People's Station. Thank you.